Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something we all do every single day, eating. But we're going to look at what a meal really means. How the food on your plate can tell a story about you, about where you're from, and even how we all connect with each other. So let's start with this big question. When you sit down to eat, is it just food? Well, what we found is that a meal is almost never that simple. It's actually packed with meaning. It's about culture, it's about our friends and family, and it's even about the way we organize our entire day. Right. So food is more than just fuel for our bodies. Yeah, we need it for energy, of course, but that's really just the start of the story, isn't it? Meals are also about having fun, trying new things that taste amazing, and, just spending time with the people we care about. That connection is so important. Okay, so where do we even begin with all this? Well, for most people, the whole day has a kind of rhythm to it. And that rhythm, it's often built around our three main meals. They really give our day its shape. And it's a pattern we all pretty much know, right? You've got breakfast, which gets you going and gives you energy for the morning. Then there's lunch, that midday break to refuel. And finally, dinner, the meal we usually have in the evening to kind of wind down the day. But here's the thing, even with that first meal, breakfast, everyone does it differently. Take a look here. Emma's having bread, butter, and eggs. Jack's having cereal with milk. Both are breakfast, right? It just goes to show there's no one right way to eat. It all depends on what you like, how much time you have, and maybe what you grew up eating. Okay, so if breakfast can be so different from person to person, just imagine how different food is all around the world. Food is one of the best ways to learn about other cultures. So let's kind of take a quick trip and see what people are eating in other places. I mean, look at this. When you think of Italy, what comes to mind? Pasta and pizza, for sure. In Japan, it's often rice and fish. Think about India, and you probably think of delicious, spicy curry. And in Mexico, of course, you've got amazing tacos and beans. Every country has its own special foods. And this is the key point, really. When you eat food from another country, you're not just filling your stomach. You're getting a little taste of that country's culture and its history. It's like it's like learning something new and exciting just by eating. How cool is that? So, food tells us about big cultures around the world, but it also tells a story that's much closer to home. It's about our own personal lives. Think about it. Food is almost always there when we get together with our family and friends. And we make choices all the time about where to eat, don't we? You can eat at home, which is usually healthier for you and, let's be honest, a lot cheaper. Or you can go out to a restaurant, which is fun. You get to try new foods and you don't have to do the dishes, which is a big plus. And this really gets to the heart of it all. Food just brings people together. It doesn't matter if it's a big, fancy meal or just a simple one at home. When we eat together, we talk, we laugh, we share our stories. It's how we connect. Okay, so we've talked about culture, we've talked about friends and family, but what about our own relationship with food? Let's look at how we can find a good, happy balance with the things we eat every day. So, what's the secret?
Well, it's all about balance. It's not about saying, oh, I can never eat this again. No way. It's about eating lots of healthy stuff, like fruits and vegetables and fish. But it's also okay to enjoy a little chocolate or some chips sometimes. That's part of the balance, too.
And really, this might be the most important rule of all. Just enjoy your food. Yes, it's good to eat healthy things, but it's also important to be happy when you eat. The goal is just to feel good and enjoy the experience.
So, I want to leave you with one last thing to think about. What's a meal that feels like home to you? The one that reminds you of family or just makes you feel warm and happy. Because in the end, that's what meals are all about. It's not just food, it's a part of who we are.